The Stage Door Show, celebrating the independent artist. With your host, Dave Hondel.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to the Stage Door Show. Tonight, this is Dave Hondel. I'm honored to have with me my guest, an amazing Italian-American opera singer that's known the worldwide because of his amazing and captivating voice. I'm so happy he's with us tonight. Please welcome Mr. Jonathan Cilia Faro. So thank you for being with us, Jonathan.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. It's just really an honor to have you on. And I wanted to really start out by, saying this to my audience because if you're not familiar with Jonathan, he has been named the most powerful and passionate living voice by Julio Iglesias Jr. And he has shared the stage with so many people. I mean, you name it, a who's who. And I got to tell you, I saw your duet with Michael W. Smith, Jonathan, and just fell in love with it. It's on my playlist now. And I just wanted to kind of get into, because I know you grew up in Italy and, came over to America at some point. But at what point did you know that when you were young, that you had this gift of this amazing vocal talent and that kind of blossomed your career? At what point did you know that?
So actually, a nun discovered my talent. So in the orphanage I grew up, and she noticed I had this vocal quality of a tenor. And after I was listening to Luciano Pavarotti records, I fall in love for this guy, and I start to humming his music. And I say, maybe one day I want to become this because it's so powerful. It's go deep so much in my life. Right. It was the same year I fell in love for Michael W. Smith music and Gary Chapman music. Back then it was the first music gospel album is getting to Italy. And the CD was just beginning of a CD market in Italy. And definitely when I remember I decided to be a professional opera singer at the first funeral, they pay me for singing. And I say, why are you giving this money? I ask to the guy, I say, because you sing beautifully, you're supposed to be paid for your job. And I understood, okay, this is good. I like it and I can get paid. Oh, where I need to sign. So that started my career in the music business.
Well, and I know we talked a little bit before we started recording, but we really celebrate independent artists out there, and we have a lot of new artists that listen, and to have somebody like yourself, because you're self-made, you an independent person who has gone through your career like you have, and to have the notoriety and to be self-made and self-taught, and I know that throughout the years, I'm sure there's a lot of training that went on, but to be an independent artist, it's not easy to do. Do you find it for our independent artists out there listening? Do you find it easier now with the streaming services and social media to become an independent artist, much more so when you were growing up?
I grew up in a time where social media wasn't available.
Right.
I grew up in a time where there's no streaming service. Before was really beating the odds to become an independent artist. Today, with the technology advantage and a lot hard work, you can have your own success. In reality, one artist need to be the solid platform of 100,000 people to live a good life in the music business. Now, to become a superstar is hard. Yes, you need to invest a lot of money because the platform, they're not free. People still preferring mainstreaming artists because all the major label, I don't want to mention to give a free publicity in your channel, but right. All the major label, they spend millions of dollars of stock market investor to make that volume. When we hear 350 million streaming, man, to add the numbers only because they spend $500,000 in promotion. So right. I want to tell to all my fellow independent artists, don't chase millions of numbers. Chase 100,000 real organic followers. That will be your future. Because if you do good music, they go keep following you, and they're gonna say to their own child and their own people, say, look, this is an independent artist who does amazing music. The word of mouth is the best advice I can give to everyone.
Yeah, I mean, and then that was well said, and the other thing about that is, they become super fans, like you said. They follow you everywhere, and
Yes.
and I've just known so many independent artists that have these fans that'll go from city to city to city with them, and they'll watch every performance, just following around, and it's an amazing. It's almost like you become family with your fans, and right, you become friends with them almost, right?
Yeah, and that's why I love America. As an American artist, Italian-American artist, I like the fact you can become successful in America, because still the land of the dream, the American dream is still real, because American people, they're not all stupid. All the American, they have quality. They understand the quality versus commercial product. So that will make everybody successful. And this is what I love. It. Please, guys, follow your dream and do your best of your ability.
And what is the one main thing as an independent artist? And I know, sometimes independent artists will get stuck because maybe they have somebody in their circle that shouldn't be there, or maybe they're giving them bad advice, or, talk about the importance of surrounding yourself with the people that will get you to where you want to be and not hinder your success, because, like I said, being your own producer, your own manager, everything, sometimes it can get difficult. So you have to have a little team around you. But again, what's the importance of having those people around you that have your best interests, as opposed to, trying to use you for whatever gain they want?
Yeah. I mean, for sure, you need to surround yourself by people believing in your product, believe in your talent. If you only do for money, stay away from them, because usually people ask always for money and found excuses. Is a red flag over there. So stay away from that. Try to team with people believe in your talent, even if they're not super famous or they have 1 million followers. Numbers on social media is like be rich on Monopoly. So it's not real. It's just numbers. It's like fake advertising, basically. So I follow so many artists. They don't have millions of numbers, but they're good. I give an example. As a good example is Vanessa Campagna for my single O Sole Mio. She's not 1 million followers, but she's good. And people listen to our single. They love O Sole Mio. It's now or never, because we target quality versus quantity. And quantity will come one day, eventually. Rome wasn't built in one day. So I try to build a Rome Empire in a long terms. So that's why we invest in quality products.
Hey, it's Dave from The Stage Door Show. Have you ever wanted a digital business card that would speak for you? Well, let me introduce you to TalkingVCard. Imagine this, a business card that doesn't just sit in somebody's wallet, but actively introduces you, shares your latest work, or even a special message. That's what TalkingVCard is all about. It's modern, environmentally friendly, and has been an absolute game changer for networking in this digital age. Now here's the most exciting part. For a limited time, you can get lifetime ownership of your very own TalkingVCard for only $99. Plus, to ensure you're maximizing its potential, they're offering a free consultation to help supercharge your brand. As many of you know, TalkingVCard is a proud VIP sponsor of our show, and I've been using it personally. The feedback has been absolutely amazing. For everyone tuned in right now, if you're looking to make a lasting impression and elevate your brand, I genuinely recommend giving TalkingVCard a try. There's a unique link on our show notes that'll take you straight there. And remember, maybe the next voice somebody hears from a digital card will be yours. Stay creative and stay connected. TalkingVCard. Always stay true to yourself and your art, and the followers will come eventually, right? I think that's great advice. One thing, you have a couple things coming out. Like you have, you're going to be doing a show at the Fisher Center, I know, in Nashville, and you're going to be working with a lot of really great people. Brad Stine, he's a great comedian. I know you're going to be working with him, and that's on November 12th. So talk about that performance that you're going to be doing with Brad Stine and others on that stage.
Okay, I will help you to connect the two coming up most important things. So basically next week, a Romantico album gonna get released. Romantico is 16-track romantic songs. They will appear also on The Spirit of America.
Oh,
The
great.
Spirit of America is an American-made show where we put together a comedian, an opera singer, a country artist like Gary Chapman. So we learn the strength, make a team is our independence strength. Because when you put together people and they have a fun and they enjoy the product, they will tell the people how great was the product. That is the best solution. Be alone is not the answer. Many people that are jealous about their own little garden, and is not their secret of success. Yeah, it's a lonely road, but the real success, when I share my story as a successful opera singer, and I have a comedian tell about how fun is have an opera singer in a comedy show, and then I have a Gary Chapman tell how crazy duet with an opera singer and he's a country singer, because art is the best way to express culture. Yeah. America, for the past 20 years, is being intoxicated by wrong culture of trap music, rap music, cheap music, 100%. Fast food music.
Yeah.
America is the great nation in the world because we had the best Broadway show in the world. We have the best Cirque du Soleil. We have so much beautiful things.
America's Got Talent. Think about that. Everybody, you got jugglers, you got all kinds of people, right?
It's like
collaboration. You collaborate.
Exactly. That's why it's very successful, because not everyone is interested in music, not everyone is interested in jugglers, not everyone is interested in dancing.
Right.
But you put everything together, you have the perfect show.
Yeah.
So that's why the Spirit of America put together the spirit, the differences. America is great because he put together the best brain in the world. So we are the best in science. We are the best in research because we have a different culture.
Yeah.
And this is why we're very successful. And I'm very glad because I can use my culture, Italian culture, to share with people how beautiful his music. In my new album, we're gonna release 16 songs, and they're from Love Story movie, Godfather movie. We have French song, I have a Spanish song, I have Italian song. So it's a multicultural song album, and you can enjoy next week in all digital platform. And
I believe that's on the 15th, right? September 15th?
15th September, next week. I'm very excited. The Stradivari Classic Music is my label. This wonderful man believed in me, Thomas Gramuglia. He's an Italian American. He owns a beautiful music catalog, and we decide to worship the American music, romantic music, to celebrate love. And by the way, like I say to everyone, is the perfect album to propose your girlfriend or even try to have a baby.
Well, Romantico is the name of the album, coming out on the 15th. And, we all need that right now, right? I mean, just the news, you turn on the news everywhere in the world, it's negative. And we need music like this. And this music is timeless. This is the kind of music you can listen to for years and years and years to come. And just can't wait for that to come out. And again, for your show coming up on the 12th, the Fisher Center in Nashville. For those of you looking for tickets for this, how can they get tickets to this show?
They can go to the website, The Spirit of America Live, or the Fisher Center ticket, and buy a ticket. I know there is still many tickets available. We're just start promoting it. And again, is a show for family. I want to invite all your listener you can bring all your family to our show. You can bring your kids, your wife, your grandma, because that is the word we need. We need to unite the family. Family day in the house, look at this. They have a 6 TV. And they never watch the same show because everyone has too much choice.
Right.
But sometimes you don't have, this is why we want to build a show where all the family can be united and have a laugh, have a moment of tenderness. You can have a moment of dance because we value family in America.
That's awesome. And we can't wait for that. Thank you for that, Jonathan. And we have a couple minutes left, but I wanted to ask you a couple of questions. One, it has to do with your food. You're a chef as well as being an amazing musician. And, coming from Italy, is this something that you've always did? It was create the culinary masterpieces.
Yeah, food was a necessity. So I have to learn how to survive and cook for myself. So I decided to learn. I was working in a restaurant, so I have a photographic memory how to do stuff. I repeat at home. So all the time I went back home, I repeated the method of the recipe to see, okay, I can keep this doing it. So I exceed because I start to learn how to do bread, pizza, a lot of pastries, and man, is the best hobby for me because my fantasy, I have a lot of fantasy in the kitchen, help a lot. So I have a lot left over sometimes, and I say, okay, how I can make this a nice meal. So, and that was my goal. And we opened a channel called JCF, the Mob Chef.
JCF, the Mob Chef.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that because I like, I don't take myself too serious. So I always like the Godfather movie when they teach how to cook sauce. And, there is a scene where they cut the garlic with a blade.
Right.
And so it's kind of go back to Italy all the time I want, just cooking a nice meal, even very simple, tastes good. And again, in a world where you say everything tastes bad right now, have a nice meal, nice glass of wine, beautiful music is the best way to
Escape.
Yeah.
Well, Jonathan, my last question, and I ask everybody this that's on my show, but when it's all said and done, years down the road, what do you want your legacy to be? What do you want people to think of when they think of your name?
I hope all the sacrifice I do, me and with my wife, because it's not just an artist sacrifice, it's family sacrifice. I want just people when they feel broke, they feel heartbroken, or they feel sad, they go to listen to my music, and my music will be there all the time to send the same message, to inspire people, to make people relax and thinking. Because at the end of the day, when I feel in that way, believe it or not, I go back to the music heal me most, the opera music. So I go to listen to Pavarotti music, and I still have vinyl records at home. So I want my legacy to be, people remember me as an artist who didn't care about the success, like a worldwide success, but the niche, the people, that 100,000 people, they were waiting for my new next single to come out, because we don't need big numbers. We need good numbers.
Yeah, that's great. Yeah, and that's inspiring to my listeners. And and you're an inspiration to more than just, you know, independent artists out there. You're an inspiration to anybody who's ever heard your music and who's ever seen you on your videos. And I'm inviting my listeners to make sure that you go check out your website, and also, you know, check out YouTube and just, you know, put in Jonathan Cilia Faro, and you'll see some great interviews, great music videos that you've produced, and just amazing content out there. And again, you shared the stage with so many people, and you show what collaboration can do as an independent artist as well. So, you know, thank you so much for.
Thank you
it's
for
really
having
been an honor for you to be on my show, and I know you're going through all the interviews right now, and but I, you know, again, I appreciate you taking the moments to come on to my show.
Thank you for having me here.